Hi, so we are still talking about digital business transformation, and we are going to be considering how to drive digital innovation using the Ayoks Digital Model. Digital transformation is about reinventing your business. It involves rethinking your business to deliver value to the market. It involves leveraging the power of digital technology to understand your customer and deliver to the customer what he or she needs the way he or she needs it. According to George Westerman, it is the radical rethinking of how an organization uses technology, people, processes to radically change business performance. He further states that when digital transformation is done right, it's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. But when done wrong, all you have is a faster caterpillar. Now, one key takeaway here is that digital transformation brings enhanced capabilities. It brings new capabilities. It brings exponential performance changes, and this can only come through innovation. When I'm thinking about innovation, it is not something out of the blues. Sometimes innovation takes some processes. There are some processes that you take, sometimes some form of iterative processes that will bring you to your desired innovation that you will use to drive your digital business transformation. So let's look at what we can do. Now, in this process, the first thing you need to do is to determine your MVP. MVP is your minimum viable product. Now, to do this, first you need to identify a market need. There is something that is required in the business place, in the marketplace. Now, one simple way of identifying a need is something you personally need. There is a need you have. That need you have, there are chances that other people also have that same need. Or there is a service you consume, but you are not very satisfied with that service. That becomes a need, getting a better form of that service or product. So, yes, now, after you have identified a need, now you have identified these needs. What is your unique value proposition? What is your unique way of solving that problem? Now, you also need to break it down further. What is the smallest unit of this your unique value proposition that captures value? Yes, you have come up with a solution to a particular business or market need. Now you need to identify the smallest unit of that solution or that product or that service that actually has a value in it. And in doing this, you need to understand what is most important to the customer in this solution. That should be part of this minimum viable product. Now come up with your map of the user journey, essentially saying who is the user of this product, what action does the user need to take, and what is the end story or the outcome. The next thing is Does this MVP, minimum viable product, provide a value that the customer is willing to pay for? Another critical aspect of the MVP also should be such that you can get a feedback, because this ability to get a feedback will help you to further refine the product. So let's quickly use the Uber example to explain this further. Travis, the founder of Uber, once found himself on the coast streets of France. Now he needed a taxi to take him to where he was going, but he could not find any. So he had to wait on lock for a taxi to pass by. Now, so that was a market need. He found himself, and he could also tell that some other people could be in that same situation. Now, when he got back, he came up with a unique value proposition to that. He thought about it that what if there was a mobile app that can connect taxis to riders or connect passengers to riders? Now, the smallest or the minimum viable proposition here could be just having an application on your phone and being able to connect to a driver. Now, in this, what is the most important thing to a customer? Now, in this case, a customer who is stranded or who wants to make a move needs to be able to, the taxi should be able to come within a particular time, say 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Now, we is it does it bring a value that customers are willing to pay for? Yes, because the customer needs to move from point A to point B, and he's willing to pay for that. And that also offers a feedback mechanism. So basically, from that, he could come up with a minimum viable product, MVP. Now, the next step after you have come up with your minimum viable product is to design your business model. Now, talking about your business model is basically saying, how will I make money from this business? Is this something that people are willing to pay for? Now, if the answers are in the positive, then you may have to choose or come up with one of many business models. It could be the marketplace model, or the free model, or the premium model, or the freemium model. In today's digital economy, there are so many business models you can play around with, but you need to determine what works for you. Yeah, actually, the marketplace model or the platform model has become a very popular model in the digital economy. This a model that brings providers of service and consumers of service together, and the business basically makes money maybe by taking some form of fee or commission when transactions are made. Yes, you also have the free model, which the likes of Google and Yahoo and even Facebook uses, where you offer some form of service at no cost to the consumers, and now find another way to make money. Example, making money through paid advertisements. So there's a couple of them you can just explore, but the basic thing here is your business is about making money. You're in business very likely because you want to make money, so you should be able to determine this minimum viable product I'm offering. How will I make money? How will people pay for the value they are receiving from it? One thing we should know is that profit is actually a byproduct of value, but you actually have to set up a system to extract this value from customers or from other partners or users of the service, one way or the other. So that is your business model. Now, after that, the next thing is to design your DAP. DAP is your digital awesome product. Now, your DAP is actually your minimum viable product plus digital values. When you're able to embed digital values into your minimum viable product, digital values that will make the customer's experience of using this minimum viable product awesome, then it becomes your digital awesome product. Now, if you still go back to the Uber case, now what Uber basically provides is a taxi service. The minimum viable product is about connecting a passenger to a cab driver. Now, but you can now embed some digital values in it. For example, making it available through your mobile phone. That's a digital value. So you don't need to go out and stand on the road. Through your mobile phone, you're able to make it. So a digital value has been added, making it the customer journey simple. Now, also, you make it available at any time you want it. And you can also start and conclude the service all on your phone, make payment through your phone and the rest of it. So what is happening is that the minimum viable product of just providing a taxi driver to a passenger now has been refined and modified and made awesome using digital values. Now, we should know that sometimes this may not happen in one full swap. So you can break it down into phases. And what sometimes may be important to know where you're going. What is your digital target state? And identify your current digital state. And now you can do a mapping. How do you move from the present digital state to the target digital state? So talking about digital values, there are actually about 5 digital value sets that you can work around to enhance or make your product awesome. Now this includes digital marketing, where you are able to use digital tools and capabilities to create awareness about your products. The second one is digital channels, where you're able to acquire, onboard, and service customers through digital channels. The third one is digitalized operations, where you're able to use the power of digital technology to increase efficiency and productivity of your business. The fourth is digital awesome products. This is a situation where you're able to increase the product value and appeal to customers by embedding digital values into the product. And another digital value pool or set is digital business model. This is where you leverage the power of digital technology to create a market shift through innovation. Basically, these are what some of the tech giants have done. They have been able to shift the market dynamics through some form of digital innovation. And when you do this, you're able to reap great gains from it. So after you have determined or designed your digital awesome product, the next thing you will need to do is to deploy it. So this going into the implementation mode. So you're not going to take your digital awesome products to the market. And while it's in the market, you will be conscious of getting feedback from the customers and using this feedback to further improve your product. So in this case, you will essentially need to use the agile methodology where you iterate continuously. So you build and release incremental models. Whatever you deploy to the market, you get feedback, improve on it, and get back. So one thing is very essential here. You should not be afraid of failing. So you can increase even your rate of failure so as to increase your rate of success. Because the more you fail, the more you learn and the more you improve. But you must have that feedback mechanism, a system that enables you to continuously improve by gauging your outcome and your results and being able to get feedback that enables you to refine the system. By so doing, you are able to continuously improve your product. Now, if you look at a number of digital products we have today, from Google to Facebook to Twitter to Uber, you see they have gone through series of iterations. You find out that the current version of what you have today is totally to a large extent different from what they started with. So, but what have they done? They continue iterating, they continue improving by getting feedback from the customers and making their product better and better and appealing to customers more. So, talking about improving, now there's this saying that if you cannot measure it, you cannot manage it. So for you to be able to manage and improve your services, you must be able to measure it. And that brings us to the concept of key performance indicators. Now we use this concept from Infotech Insights to throw more light on this. Now you have to look at your output and your outcomes. Now your outputs is some measurable, tangible products of your initiatives, process, or customer interactions. While your outcomes are a benefit, advantage, or value that is realized by your customers as a result of interacting with you. So what is the KPI? So you have to find a way of measuring what meaningful impact of the value chain can be measured, and also determine how do you know the customer has realized their desired value. So these are the KPIs. You have to find something you can measure to tell that the customers are actually receiving value. That will enable you to know when you're making progress and how you're making progress and be able to improve on it. Now, the final step in this iterative model is building a sustainable ecosystem. So you need to find a way of creating a system where your stakeholders, your customers, and even your employees can benefit from the system. So you essentially need a system that continuously offers benefits to its members, because it's this continuous offering of benefits to members that will actually sustain the ecosystem. So digital innovation is not rocket science. It's something you can actually do. Now, one thing that is important is you can think far. You can think the next 10 years. What do you want to produce? What do you want to offer? But you must start from where you are. So you have to start now. And you can start small. though you're thinking big, then iteratively you will continue to improve and drive the wheel. As you drive the wheel, the most important thing is let it not be steady, let it not be on standby. Just like riding a bicycle, once you stop, you will either put your leg on the ground or it will be a fall. So the only way to remain stable is to continue driving the wheel. And in today's dynamic and rapidly changing digital economy, you need to continuously driving the wheel, iterating your process, making it better. As you're making it better, you're improving and you're scaling up. So you actually need to take action. You are only few steps from a digital innovation. A good thing about it is you can leverage technology irrespective of your business area. You don't need to be a tech expert or an ICT expert. It is not technology that innovates, it is people that do. It is not technology that transforms, it is people that do. And most great things in the digital space today started small. So yours could be the next big thing. Take action now.